Hello, Nighthawks. I will be giving you some more information on the two new grading categories we will have here at Nelson this year. So the first one is going to be called our Assessment of Learning, and these are your weighted grades. You will have at least 6 of these per 9 weeks, and these are going to be averaged together for your grade for your progress reports and your end of 9 weeks average. The other grade is what is going to be called a progress check for learning. These are your non-weighted grades. You are going to have at least 3 of these per 9 weeks. The purpose of these progress checks are to give you feedback on your learning. They may tell you that you need tutorials and you need to schedule a time with your teacher before or after school or during advisory, or they're giving you feedback that you're right on track and you're doing exactly what you need to do. So within that progress check for learning, those grades are going to look a little bit different. They're not going to be on a 0 through 100 scale that like you're used to. All teachers are going to use this 0 through 4 rubric for your check for your progress check. So a 0 is going to be if you didn't turn in the assignment at all, or maybe you were absent and just never came in to make up that assignment. This would be a 0 in the grade book. So that means that you are going to need to schedule a time to come in and you've got to get that handled with your teacher. A 1 on your progress check would be if you have partial understanding, but we still have quite a few misconceptions and we need more help with this standard. This is when you would definitely want to schedule tutorials or schedule a time to meet with your teacher during advisory, small group, all of those things. Additional support is definitely needed if you receive a 1 on a progress check. Then we move into a 2, which is going to be proficient. That means you demonstrated an understanding, but you just have maybe a few misconceptions. Maybe you can clear up those misconceptions in small group during class, or just a before or after school tutorial. Maybe you don't need a whole advisory session, but that's up to you. This would be like your 80 range probably. If you want to think of it on a 0 to 100 scale, this would be about an 80. Then we move to mastery. Mastery means you've got a complete understanding. You scored a 3 on that progress check. You're doing great. You know exactly what you should be doing, and you should be prepared to do very well on your assessment of learning. You've mastered the concept. You've got full understanding. Then we move into exceeds mastery. So this means you took the standard maybe a step further. You explained your understanding. You gave another strategy. You went and researched something else. This is going to be like our extension. Now, there's not going to be an opportunity for a 4 or exceeds mastery on every assignment. Your teacher will tell you what your score range is if a 4 is possible, but a lot of times on Mastery Connect, there may not be an opportunity for a 4, but you can also always ask your teacher, how could I get a 4? Or is a 4 even possible on this? Am I just striving for a 3 for mastered? Okay. We really want to push our students and our teachers to give these extension possibilities and to let our students try to reach for that exceeds mastery. So that's kind of a goal for us this year at Nelson. Now for hack, it is going to look a little bit different in your hack for both students and parents. So you will see, same as usual, the date it was assigned, and then the assignment name, the standard, and then like a quick description here is what it will look like here at Nelson. This is the category. This is what is going to be the most different. It's either going to say a progress check for learning. Again, this is a non-weighted assignment. This is just for feedback. So this student scored a 3 on that progress check. That tells them they know what's going on. They probably don't need tutorials. And the assessment for learning is going to be the graded assignment, which you see here is a scale from 0 to 100 like you're used to. It's just these progress checks that are going to be a 0 through 4. So this student got a 1 on that progress check. That was a sign that they needed to go get some more support. Same here, we've got assessment for learnings and progress checks. Again, students will need at least 6, or they will have at least 6 assessments of learning and at least 3 progress checks for learning per 9 weeks.